Hi there, how are you doing? In this video, we are basically going to be looking at the purpose of criminal law or the reasons for punishment. And before we start on our class, again, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel in case you're not subscribed. Also turn on your notifications so that every time videos are released, this is actually brought to your attention. Also like and share this video in case you find it interesting with your colleagues. Hello there, my name is Mutiaba Conrad. I'm a lawyer and a private law tutor. And let's jump right into what we're going to be looking at today. And we're going to be looking at the purpose of criminal law. So in our last class, we defined what is criminal law. We also looked at what a crime is. In case you haven't actually had a look at that class, please feel free to find it. It's already on my channel, which actually defines what a crime is. But however, for today, we are going to look at the purpose of criminal law or the reasons for punishment, okay? So we are going to examine what is the purpose of criminal law and what are the reasons, why do we actually punish criminals? So number one is for purposes of satisfaction, okay? So that's the first purpose, satisfaction, that basic. So the party or community offended against, of course, would get satisfaction where they see that actually the criminal has been punished. So the criminal suffers a share of rejection from the community. And of course, that is due to imprisonment. And of course, that brings a certain degree of satisfaction to the party who has actually been, upon whom the offense has been committed. Secondly, restoration. Now, in some crimes, it's important to note that the offender may actually be asked to repair or restore the damaged property or the infliction that they have actually done on the other party. So one of the other purposes for criminal law is actually restoration. Okay, though this is not very common, but in certain situations it actually happens where a court may require certain degrees of compensation to the victim. Secondly, what we call retribution. Basically here a person is given a punishment equal to the offense committed. Okay, so a punishment can be given to you where a crime is committed, and that punishment normally is equal to the offense that you have been convicted for. Thirdly, the other purpose or reason for punishment is to disable or to incapacitate a party. So remember, where a judgment has been entered against an accused person and they have been convicted, definitely the purpose is to incapacitate them, that is the offender, or to even disable them. And this is done by sending you to prison for a number of months, days, or years. And the purpose is actually to disable you from continuing to commit the crime in case you are left freely running around in the community or in the society. So that's also actually one of the purposes of criminal law. The other purpose is what we call rehabilitation or reformation. And it's also important to note that we just don't intend to keep you from society by sending you to prison, but actually we also want you to reform, okay? We want you to reflect about your actions, and actually you become sorrowful or merciful, and then you stop the continued behavior of committing crimes. So we also intend, by incarcerating you or putting you in a prison, the other purpose is actually to rehabilitate you. We hope that after the time of serving your punishment, that is able to rehabilitate you into a responsible, good citizen. So those are among the purposes of criminal law. But then also the other is it's also intended to actually maintain morals. And this is why we have offenses against morality, such as, for example, rape, contrary to Section 123 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 120. Offenses such as defilement, this is intended to actually curb immorality. Offenses such as aggravated defilement, indecent assault, contrary to Section 128. Offenses such as sodomy, elopement, contrary to Section 127 of the Penal Code Act. Offenses such as bestiality, look at Section 145. B of the Penal Code Act. So all these offenses are actually intended to maintain morality, because it's immoral for any citizen to rape, for any citizen to commit offenses such as indecent assault. These are offenses against morality. So the purpose or the reason for punishment is actually to promote morality. The other reason also is protection of property rights, and that's why we have offenses like robbery, trespass, malicious damage to property, offenses such as theft, among others. All these offenses are intended to protect the property of citizens, land, cars, etc. That's why we put in place such type of offenses to protect the property or the property of others from actually being wasted, damaged, stolen, etc. The other point is to protect life. Okay, so the other purpose also, it's intended to protect life, and that's why we have offenses such as assault, murder, unlawful wounding, among others. These are intended to protect the dignity of the person, to protect the human body, to protect life, among others. The other purpose of criminal law is to prevent the destabilization of the country. That's why we have offenses such as treason, contrary to Section 23 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 120. Offenses such as misprision of treason, concealment of treason, contrary to Section 25. Offenses of riots, incitement of violence, etc. Now, this is to ensure that there is peace in the country. That's why we have such offenses, because we intend to keep peace and prevent a country from being destabilized by war, among others. Also, criminal law, lastly, ensures that the people enjoy their rights as guaranteed by the state. When you look under the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, it actually provides for the Bills of Rights. And those Bills of Rights actually provide for certain rights that citizens must actually enjoy. Rights such as that pertain to liberty, freedom of movement, health. That's why we have offenses against spreading disease, kidnapping, insulting religion. All these offenses are intended to ensure that actually citizens enjoy their rights. So basically that's it on the purpose of criminal law. Once again, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel. And also for students interested in private law tutorial sessions, please feel free to reach out to us. Our numbers are down in the description box, and we can always help you through private engagements. Thank you. We meet in another class.